I'm Judy Shaw for What's the Fund. Joining me today is Dan Chung. Dan is CEO, CIO, and Portfolio Manager at Alger. Dan, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
A quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Dan, tell me, what's the fund you're talking about today?
The fund is the Alger 35 ETF, ticker symbol ATFV.
All right, great. So now tell me about this fund and tell me about the strategy.
So Alger 35 ETF, ATFV, is a focused, high conviction portfolio that has some of the most innovative companies in our research universe. As Alger's CEO and leader of our investment teams, we look across all of the ideas across all our teams, which include Alger US, Global, and Weatherby Capital, to find the best ideas for our clients. As the name suggests, Alger 35 ETF has typically 35 holdings, and it's part of a long history we have of successful focused portfolios. We believe the depth and quality of our research allows us to build high conviction portfolios with representation across dynamic sectors like technology, healthcare, e-commerce, and industrials. Beyond that, Alger 35 is very special to us because the number 35 has a special personal meaning to me and others here. On September 11th, we lost 35 colleagues at Alger. And as a way of honoring them, we're not only naming the fund after them, but we are donating 5% of the management fees of ATFV to charities and causes in memory of our lost Alger colleagues. Many of the charities they were actually deeply involved with, and some were created after 9/11 in their memory and in their honor by their families. Another distinguishing factor of ATFV is Alger's investment philosophy, investing in positive dynamic change. This has been a cornerstone of our firm since our founding in 1964. And we believe in particular that companies undergoing positive dynamic change offer the best investment opportunities for our clients. So we identify these companies and seek to capitalize on them before they're recognized by the market. And it consists really of two things. One is that we embrace traditional high growth companies in industries that are rapidly growing. And the other is that we invest in what we call life cycle change or growth renaissance companies. High growth companies, these are often leading innovators in growing revenues and growing unit volumes. They're often in new and emerging businesses. And we look for the companies with strong business models and market dominance. Life cycle change or growth renaissance are companies that are on the cusp of returning to growth or accelerating their growth because of new management, product innovation, M&A or restructuring, and sometimes regulatory or industry change in the landscape. We look for fundamental improvements that will drive these companies to experience a growth renaissance, and that often results in both improving revenues and earnings in the future, and often price to earnings expansion. To give you a little color on Alger, we manage 45 billion, and in 2021, we're currently at record levels in assets under management. We manage money for large institutional investors in the US, as well as overseas, as well as for individual investors. We are an equity specialist as a firm, but within equities, our strategies span the market spectrum at global and emerging markets, and also alternative hedge fund strategies. So I hope I've been able to help you see that Alger has the experience and resources to manage the Alger 35 ETF, ATFV, and in a way that will potentially help your investors achieve their investment goals.
All right, so Dan, where can our viewers learn more about this fund?
Please visit the fund page at alger.com/Alger35ETF.
Dan, it's been great to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on What's the Fund?
Thank you.